Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammad Aslam. I'm working as DevOps engineer. Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how we can use the secret management in Terraform. So what I've done, I've created a repository for you guys, and this is the repository. What we are going to do to test all the stuff, we are going to simply clone this guy. Let me clone this guy. Simply navigate to this section. So let me clone this guy, and then I'm going to show you the testing we are going to perform in different directories. So let's simply clone this guy, and I'm going to open this in VS Code, right? So what you need to do is this guy is mounted, and these my access keys and secret access keys, right? So I've done with AWS configure default. So I'm going to simply open this guy in VS Code, simply right click it, and open this in VS Code. So guys, this is the container I'm using. So simply you can use containers. Friends, definitely as a DevOps, you can use containers, so you don't have to pollute your system. So this is the sandbox container, right? So this is the one I'm using, and this is the repo we have downloaded. So we can take the example from the environment variable, right? So if you navigate to this section, in every directory, I have created a README MD, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to do Terraform in it in this section, but to use the secrets, like for instance, I want to expose, for instance, I don't want to expose my username and password, and I just want to use environment variables, how you can do that. So the trick here is that you can simply use the Linux terminal. If you put space, you can avoid the history. So simply, let's simply do that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to copy these environment variables. So this is the username, right? So if I navigate to this section, I need to show you this is the environment variable. In this, we have our main TF, and we are going to create VPC and RDS, right? So, and we want to use the username and password as environment variable. So this is the provider section, right? And if you navigate to this variable section, we have these two variables, username and password. So in order to use the environment variable with Terraform, you need to use this format. For instance, df underscore var. So simply export this guy. So simply I'm going to copy this guy, and I'm going to put one space here. So the reason of putting space is that it is not going to be part of your history, right? So simply copy this guy and put one more space so you can avoid the, I mean, history section. So simply if I do history, so I've done the past testing. So if I do this section, you see currently we don't have anything here regarding our history with the environment variable. So this is the one part. If you navigate to this section, you see if we add sensitive true, this is not going to propagate the output in the terminal section. So this is the other part, right? So we have exported our environment variables. Let's try to do simply navigate to this section, Terraform Secret Management. Okay, let me fix the above command. If I do cd into this, and we are in the first example, we are going to use the environment variables. So if I do Terraform init here, so what it does, it is going to download the module from the remote official repository, which is regard to the PPC, and then it is going to also download that particular stuff. Okay, we are not using any manage module with regard to the RDS. So simply it is going to use this particular username and password, and it is going to start deploying. So in order to deploy the VPC module, it has to download that particular VPC module. So what it does, it is going to use a hidden directory to Terraform, which is mounted here in my directory. If I navigate to this section, and if I navigate to this environment variable section, this is directly where it is going to download those particular modules. So let it do that. So if I do Terraform apply, and just to remind you that we are not going to use any backend like S3 here. So this is a tutorial regarding the secret management in AWS. So if I'm going to do Terraform apply here, what it does, it is going to show me the output. which we are going to use to deploy our, for instance, infrastructure like VPC and RDS. But in RDS, what it does, it is going to remove sensitive data. But one thing I need to tell you that if you are using the S3 bucket, you need to make sure that the rights to access that particular S3 backend bucket has a limitation to only specific users, because in that JSON file, the username and password is going to be in plain text. But by default, what AWS do, enable the encryption at rest on S3, and by using this Terraform sensitive, we are going to use uh, encryption on transit as well. So if I navigate to this section, scroll up, you will see the code which is going to use RDS. It is going to have the output sensitive is equal to true. So this is the one you see, and this is the password. This is the sensitive value. We are not able to see any values here. So this is the one way to do securely, I mean, use your environment variable, but there are other ways as well. So let's try to do explore those as well. So I'm going to take one more shell here, Docker exec interactive shell into my sandbox environment. So guys, with regard to the secret management, it is not limited to Terraform. For instance, I've created video in past with regard to the AWS Secret Manager and secrets. So simply what you need to do, navigate to my channel and click the Cloud Geeks channel and navigate to this search bar and simply type secrets. You will see videos with regard to the AWS Secret Manager, and you can also put KMS as well. So, but this video we are discussing the secret management in Terraform. So, if you want, if you don't want to use Terraform, you can watch those particular videos, right? So now what we are going to do, we are going to take this second example. If I navigate to this directory, right, and if I navigate to this KMS section from the UI, let me show you this part. So navigate to the section. So environment variable example you already seen. It's pretty much simple. Also, KMS is not that I mean difficult. So what we are going to do, we are going to create one key here. So this is the AWS KMS encryption and decryption commands. But for Terraform, the commands are slightly different because the output we want is to be in YAML, which is going to be then decoded by Terraform, right? So let me do one stuff here. If I navigate to this section and navigate to section KMS, so simply type KMS here, key management service. I'm going to create one key. So let's do that, create a one key. What you need to do, navigate to this customer management key, create one key, forget keys about errors, right? So I'm going to create one key here. It is going to be symmetric key, which is a single key for encryption and decryption. I'm going to call this key cloud key. So simply create this particular key, and I'm going to give this right to cloud users. What it does, it is going to create one default policy. This is the policy. You will see that it has the permission, all the permission, right? So let it create, and it is available. So click on this guy and right, you see this is the one which we need to copy. So simply I'm going to copy this command, and what I need to do, navigate to this KMS section, right? In this KMS section, readme.md, what I'm going to do, I'm going to update these commands. So I just want to show you from the AWS CLI the difference between the commands. For instance, um, the file what it creates with this the command difference is going to be the base64 decode. Let's try to create this particular file. So let me I mean remove the existing file. So we have this particular file. I'm going to remove it. Okay, let's delete this particular file and db credits. Let's also delete this file. So I have this file db credits and .yaml dashboard. From this particular file, what we are going to do, we are going to create this encrypted file. So with the AWS CLI, let me show you this particular command. So If I do ls here, you see those files are now removed. So we are going to use this particular command to create encrypted file. So if I navigate to this section, you see this is the file which we have created. And if I do ls state, you see one file is created. Let me get out the contents of this file, YAML dash encrypted. You see this is complete encryption. And if we want to decrypt it, so simply navigate to the section readme.md, and we are going to use this particular command to decrypt this file. So we are going to create db creds YAML from this encrypted file, right? So this is the encrypted file. So let's try to paste this command. So what it does, it is going to create this db creds.yaml. You see our data is now decrypted, right? So, but it is not going to work. This command is not going to work with Terraform. I'm talking about the encryption command. So in order to encrypt with Terraform, you need to use this command. And if you see the format with regard to that, it's going to be different. So let me do that. I'm going to copy this command and paste it. So, okay, definitely I need to update this particular key here because we have created this key. And if I navigate to this section, I need to update this key. So simply copy this guy and let's try to create one more time. What it does, it is going to override this particular file, right? So let's try to create it and let's see what happened. And I'm going to show you the outputs. You see, this actually overrides the existing file. So if you navigate to this encrypted file, you see the look is different, which is the YAML, which is required by the Terraform. So this is a completely encrypted file. You can put it in your repo as well. So now what we are going to do, we are going to use the Terraform code. If I navigate to the UI, GitHub UI, navigate to this section, and let me show you the stuff with regard to the main TF. In the main TF, what we are going to do, we are going to do similar stuff. We are going to create a VPC here, DB subnet group. This is the difference. So from the remote end, my user is cloud underscore user. So this is the data source which says on the remote area, which is the KMS, and this is the remote area. It is going to simply I use that particular encrypted file because I'm using the cloud user access keys and secret access keys, right? So we have this encrypted file, right? And this is the file, right? And we are going to use locals. Locals, we are created one variable, and we are going to use YAML to decode this encrypted file. As I told you, for Terraform, the command is different, which is in the YAML format. So in order to decode that particular encrypted file, we need to use this command YAML decode data from KMS secrets, creds, plain text. So it is going to pull that data here, and that db cred we are going to use in our that locals variable. So let me show you that. So this is these are the locals db creds we are going to use, right? So let's do that. Okay. So let's try to test if we have any error. Let's see what's happened. So, okay. And also let me remove this YAML hold file as well. So you see this is our unencrypted or plain text file. So let me remove this guy, right? And if I do Terraform in it here, it is going to do similar stuff. So it is going to simply do, you see in previous command, has deployed the RDS. So it is going to download that. So till now we are going to see the previous stuff which it has deployed. So let me open this in another tab and I'm going to navigate to the RDS section. So type RDS here, right? And simply navigate to this section RDS and you will see in that RDS is going to be created. We are actually taking the simplest example. So it is going to give the random name with the Terraform. You can simply see my other tutorial where we have created RDS with the Terraform. You see, DB identifier with the random Terraform string, right? So anyway, we are now in the second example. So let's try to apply here, Terraform apply. In this example, we are using definitely the KMS. Previously, we've used the environment variables. So let's try to apply that and let's see what happened. So let it scroll, and data is definitely is going to be secure and encrypted so that uh, I mean file you can definitely push even to your repo as well. So it is now going to simply deploy these resources. So if I even if I scroll it up and navigate back to the section where I where we are actually looking for the deployment of RDS. So I need to find the username here and the password. You see, this is a sensitive value. So you see, we don't have any stuff here. So it is going to decrypt that particular value which we have provided, and it's pretty much secure. As I told you, you need to make sure that access to S3 bucket. If you're using the backend, definitely you in production you can use the backend as S3. So make sure that access to that particular bucket should be and should have restriction to only specific users. So let's navigate to the other example. If I do Docker exec interactive shell into the sandbox, right? And if I do LLS here, so if I navigate to this Terraform, two of the examples we have covered, and if I do Sops, if I do ls here, what you need to do, first of all, you need to install Sops. So I've added everything in that particular README. Navigate to this Terraform secret management section, navigate to the Sops. Regarding the installation commands, these are the useful links. So what I'm going to do here, so let's try to copy paste these commands and let's try to install Sops here. So what it does, it is going to install the latest version of Sops. Might be you're using in this video later, the version definitely is going to be changed. So let's try to check with Sops. It is installed now in this particular container, right? So in order to encrypt a file, what we need to do, navigate to that same particular KMS section. We are going to use the ARN. So simply what I'm going to do now, navigate to the section Sops and navigate to key management, sorry, readme empty. And what I'm going to do to, in order to decrypt that particular file. So let me do that. So, okay. Okay, so if you see, I've added different files here. For instance, this is my secret.yaml with the username and password, and I'm going to simply decrypt this file. So if I remove if even if I don't remove this particular file, it is going to override that. So let's try to use this particular command, and we are in our third terminal. So we have sops already there, and let's try to uh, use this command. And one thing you can notice that the contents are going to be overridden. Let me even remove these contents. Let's try to simply it is going to do override. So let's try to do that. So you see it is now updated with the newer content. If I do ls hyphen ltrh, it is updated, and even if I remove this file, it is going to recreate it. So let me do one more time. I'm going to run this particular command, right? And if I do LSA, you see new file has been created, and you see the timestamps has now changed. So this is the file, guys. So you can definitely use this particular file in your Terraform code. Let's try to use this example. So we're going to use this encrypted file. If I navigate to the main section, again, we are going to use this particular module VPC, right? The source is going to be this one, and we are going to use the RDS username and password, right? So this is the variable TF, but if I navigate to the main section here and Okay, so try to navigate to this secret YAML file. So, okay, right. And let me show you this var.username. And okay, I need to check some of the stuff like secret variables are there. So let me do one check here. Okay, guys, everything seems to be okay. What we are going to do here, we are going to use the Terraform, sorry, Terragrunt here. You can use the Terraform as well. So if I navigate to this Terragrunt file, first of all, I just want to make sure that I should have the latest version of Terraform and Terragrunt installed. So what I'm going to do, everything is deployed here. I'm going to install the latest version of Terraform till this video. This is going to use the, I mean, this command is going to install the latest version of Terraform in my container, right? And if I check this version, so hopefully till today, this is the latest version 1.4.6. And if I do run this particular command regarding the Terragrunt, Sops we have already installed. This is the Terraform installation. And regarding the Terragrunt, what you need to do simply, even from the UI, let me show you from the UI. So let's do that. Simply click this guy and paste it here. So what it does, it is going to install the latest version of Terragrunt. And we just want to make sure that we have the compatible, we don't have any compatibility issues. So, and okay, so cannot overwrite the directory. So, okay, let me do one thing. Okay, okay, Terragrunt. Okay, so what version I might be installed? Okay, now latest one is this. So what I need to do here, and cd to USR local bin. Okay, remove Terra grant and cd back to MNT. Let's try to rerun the previous command, right? So, okay, let's try to run it again. And what it does, it is going to again download that particular file because we have moved to uh, /usr local bin. It is going to download this, make it executable, and now we have this latest version, right? So the error was because that particular Terraform file already lives there. So now we have the latest Terraform and Terraform versions. So now, if I navigate back to Terra, um, Terraform and Sops, and we have Terragrant file. So I need to show you that particular file. So simply click this particular file now, navigate to this Terragrant section. So this is a pretty much simple file. So here we are going to use the similar decode function, and Sops decrypt file is going to be the secrets encrypted YAML file which we have created through the CLI. Even as I told you, you can push this particular file to your repository. So, and then we are going to use username as inputs, username and password, db underscore local db underscore creds. So, and this is the locals we have set up in the Terragrunt, similar like just Terraform. So it is just a thin wrapper. You can use the Terraform code as well, but we are going to simply use the Terragrunt here. So, uh, okay, so, okay, let me remove the stuff with regard to this file. So if I do, let's say, let's try to do Terragrunt init. So I just want to show you that we are not using any backends. So we are going to do Terragrunt init, and it is going to set up the similar stuff like the local state file, and it is going to pull the VPC module just like that Terraform does. So Terragrunt works with the Terraform. So it is going to download that particular VPC module and then it is going to deploy the RDS. So if you see the source of this particular Terragrunt YAML, let me navigate to this. Source is going to be the backend. So backend, our sorry, previous directory. Backend here, I mean the previous directory. So if you see, this is the main Terraform code. It is actually using it with the main TF provider TF, right? And this is the file it is using. So let it do that. So till then, what I'm going to do, I'm going to navigate to my last example, Docker exec interactive shell into sandbox, right? And do a bash here. So if I navigate to this Terraform secrets, and if I do ls here, I'm going to use the secret manager. So let it finish and simply do Terragrunt apply here. So it is going to apply the code, right? And we are going to deploy the RDS. So if I navigate to the section databases, you see if I click it, we have already used two example, two databases are created, and we are going to create a third database with the Terragrunt. And in the last example, we are going to use Secret Manager. So navigate back to this section. This is the last one we are going to use. With this, in this directory, I also have a README MD. So what we are going to do, we are going to create one secret. I'm going to call this, the name of the secret is going to be Cloud Geek CA dash RD secret, right? And the secret string is going to be in JSON format. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to navigate to this section and I'm going to create a one secret. So let me show you first of all in the AWS Secret Manager. So type secret manager, navigate to this section. You will see there are no secrets available. I mean, this is a blank uh, account with currently no secrets. So let me simply use this AWS CLA command. So I'm going to create username and password, and you see one secret has been created. If I navigate to this section, make it refresh this guy, you will see shortly that secret is going to be available. Click on this secret, and you see this CloudGuard secrets has been created, and this is the command to retrieve the value of this particular secret. Click this guy, you see this is the JSON format. And if I navigate to this code, so let me close that stuff. So simply we are now seeing the last example. Let me do the apply here in the Terragrunt section. So what it does, it is going to shortly create a third RDS here, and shortly we will see the third one, although it is going to first deploy the VPC. So this is the last example, right, guys? So let me remove this, and this is the one, right? So navigate to this section here, right? And if I open this, the main TF, and this is the same VPC module, it is going to download, and DB subnet group is going to create. Again, the DB source for DB credential is AWS Secret Manager. So wherever the data is used, simply it is going to call the remote source of resource, and the secret ID is going to be Cloud Geeks RDES secret, which we have created. You see, and this is the name of the secret, right? So this is the description we have given RDES secrets. So, and we are going to create the same local variable DB underscore creds. So it is going. We have set up the JSON from the AWS CLI, we are going to do JSON decode here. So data dot AWS secret manager, and the secret version, right? Dot creds and the secret string, right? So this is what we have given in this variable from the above, and we are going to use this username and password from this DB creds username and password. Let's try to apply this guy and do Terraform in it. Definitely, it will take some time again to download that particular module. So I've created different directories to make sure that you can easily understand different management secrets, understanding of different secret managements with Terraform. So, and you see, it is creating the with Terragrunt. So let's navigate to this database section. You see, third one is now populated, and we are going to see the last example with AWS Secret Manager, right? And let's try to simply wait for a while. It is going to download, and we are going to then simply do the apply here, and that is going to be the end of the video. So let it download, right? So guys, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to, oops, okay, let me do Terra. Well, I need to navigate to this directory, and it is going to be the AWS Secret Manager, right? And do Terraform, apply here. And let's do this time auto approve. I just don't want to say yes. And this is going to be the last part regarding our secret management with Terraform. So let's do that. And what it is, it is not going to ask for the prompt. We don't have to provide yes, and it is going to um, go for the deployment of the infrastructure what we have provided. So just wait for a while, and if everything goes well without any error, it is not going to, give us the wrong output. So let's wait for a while. So guys, if you see these lines, that everything seems to be okay, and we are going to, I mean, we have provided the auto approve, so it is going to deploy this resources. So that is it, guys. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Have a nice day. Thank you.